going to leave them with a third and about 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your right linebacker. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This is taken at about the 14. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
30-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he will score. Touchdown Clemson. Donnie Simpson, 48 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Clemson coming to the line. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
That keeps the score. The Clemson Tigers 76. Longhorns 3.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Slater on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
Longhorns 3.
From the gun, Warner. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Martin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. DeAndre Jewell, an 80-yard touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Now this carries into the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Operating from the gun, Warner. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. From the gun, Warner. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He's got a first down and 4 inside the 30, and down to the 19-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Operating from the gun, Warner. Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Walker with a grab, left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. Well, what a great start to the season here in the College Football Kickoff Classic. And for the junior quarterback, a first start and a first win, and a very big win at that.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Oregon Ducks taking on the Clemson Tigers. Well, the pressure perhaps getting to this young quarterback. Clemson trails at the break. Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down. And he will score. Touchdown Clemson from 17 yards out. And Clemson has taken the lead. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
So I just remember when we left that room, you said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
They start out with a run by Ferguson. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Right back to Ferguson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, since he's come into the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks, and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Running again, and again it's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, nice move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
That's what it is, baby. That's what
And
it
he
is.
will take this in for a Clemson.